everybody. I'm Carl White, and I'm here with your Saturday strategy. You know how you hear that old saying that there's no such thing as a stupid question? Okay, there are such things as stupid questions, and I'm going to cover one here with you, and I just want to make sure you're not doing the same thing. I'm just getting back from a trip to Austin and met with a bunch of people, and boy, I heard one really stupid question. I want to cover that to make sure you're not falling prey to it. And then we're going to take a quick trip over to the marina. And then I'm going to tell you about a class that we're holding on how to do Facebook ads. You're really going to like that. So let's go inside and make sure that you're not falling prey to this stupid question. Oh, and we're going to give away an HD video camera here at the end. So stick around. Hope you're the winner. And we're going to do all this in about 3 minutes. So let's go inside. So I call this bad question, good question. Bad question, good question. So when I met with these people in Austin, they were saying, one thing that we do is we meet once a month and we spend about 2 hours on a meeting, and we figure out how we can save 10% on our bottom line, because that's pure profit. Now, on the first glance, that might sound like a good idea, but I'm going to tell you right now, that is a stupid question. Let me show you why. Let's say you're working off of a $5,000, that's what you're bringing in per month, right? You're bringing in a total of $5,000. And I know some more, some less, but you're going to get the idea here. So let's say you're spending $2,000 of that is your marketing budget or your operating expenses, your overhead, right? So $5,000, $2,000 is overhead, putting $3,000 in your pocket. Well, so the question says, how can we save 10% of this $2,000? Well, if you manage to do that, they spent that 2 hours, you put an extra $200 in your pocket. Again, on the outside, you'd go, well, is that such a bad thing? And I'm going to tell you it's a really stupid thing, in my opinion. Because what if instead of meeting for that 2 hours and discussing how to save 10%, what if they spent that exact same time and asked themselves, how can we make an additional 50%, right? How can we go up 50% in revenue? So if you got $5,000 coming in and you increase that by 50%, that's $2,500 in your pocket again. So I've got to ask you, which is better? To focus on $2,500 or to focus on $200, right? Same amount of time. It's very critical that you understand this. It's a very important point. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing to do. I'm saying it's a bad thing to do instead of doing this. Because when I ask these people, I say, well, how many hours per month do you spend thinking of how you can increase your business? Their response was, what do you mean? I about fell out of my chair when they said that. So I want you to think of ways in your business that you can increase by 50%. You go, well, gee, Carl, what are some ways, what are some things we can do to increase by 50%? I'm going to show you one that certainly did that for me. Actually, it did way more than 50%. Just off the top of my head, I think it actually tripled. Now, is that the typical response that we see with this? Well, no, it's not typical. So my response to always that is, don't be typical, right? Don't be typical. I mean, hit it like there's no tomorrow. But anyway, let's head over to the marina real quick, and I'm going to show you one way to increase by 50%, and that's a very cool thing. And then we're going to announce the winner of our camera. So let's head over to the marina. So we're down here at the marina. Now you know I wore this shirt, right? You got to belong. See that boat over there? Pretty good sized little boat. Now that boat will go about 40 miles an hour. Now I want you to think for just a second, when you look at that big old thing, think of the energy that it takes to shove that big old heavy multi-ton thing through the water up on plane at 40 miles an hour, right? It's a massive thing to push through the water. You don't think so? You jump in the water and try pushing that thing, right? It takes a lot of power. Here's the cool thing. The things that powers boats, this is one thing that I've always thought was really cool about boats, is to move one of these massive, heavy, multi-ton boats like this. This whole thing is propelled by that little thing right down there. So the key in our businesses is to find what are the little things. What are the little things that will take our business and push the whole thing forward? You understand that? You have little tiny things that you can do that will massively push you forward, even this big monster like this. That's the key. A lot of people think that you have to have this big thing to get big results. No. Sometimes it's a small prop that'll push through real fast. And that's what I want you to focus on this week. So we're getting ready to announce the winner of the HD video camera, but I want you to start thinking, how can I build my business and have something small that's going to give me a massive result? Now, the class that we're going to do this week is on Facebook ads. We're going to show you how to do Facebook ads. And I'm here to tell you that Facebook ads is like this prop. It's one small piece to your business that can have just massive results, right? That's what we want you to start working on. In the Facebook ads, I'm telling you, there's some really ninja tricks that you can do with these things that I think you're going to like. And I'm here to tell you that Facebook ads is running newspapers out of business, radio out of business, TV out of business. Those things don't work anymore, right? They don't work. That's old school. They don't work anymore. I just heard that Procter & Gamble is laying off 1,600 people. If I remember right, it was all in their marketing department, because Procter & Gamble is starting to advertise on Facebook. McDonald's is starting to advertise on Facebook now. The cool thing is, you can do the same thing. You can have the same power now as Procter & Gamble and McDonald's. And I'm telling you, it's dirt cheap to do. It's very, very powerful. And on the class, just simply click on the link there, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I've learned on using Facebook. And it's been really, really big for me. And if you do it how I show you to, it can be really big for you too. So, all right. So we have to announce the winner of the camera for this week. So, Mr. Videographer, why don't you just put the winner right there? So congratulations for winning this week's HD video camera. And how they won it is simply by putting a comment down here beneath each week. We just randomly pick somebody and give away an HD camera, much like the one we're using right here, a little flip HD camera. These things work really well. So to enter in for this coming week, all you have to do is comment beneath below. Oh, I don't know. How about this one? I love boating. Boating's one of my favorite things to do. And maybe next week or so we'll take a ride in mine. But why don't you tell me, what is one of your favorite things to do? What's something that you really enjoy doing? An alternative to that is, what do you think is that small thing in your business to help you go forward further? So big messages here. Don't focus on saving. Focus on expanding. Don't look at the big things. Look at the small things for big results. Sign up for the class. Enter in to win the video camera. And I'll see you on the web.